What's up, guys? Back in the boat. It's an exciting time of year. Lakes are starting to open up. There still is a lot of ice out on Lake of the Woods. It will still be probably a week or two till it completely clears off, but smaller lakes are open, parts of Lake of the Woods are open, and we're back on the water. And today I want to do something a little bit different. Ice out pike is an activity I love to do. One of those fish that are just ready to go as soon as the ice comes off. But I want to do a catch and cook, a pike catch and cook, because I think a lot of people have in their mind that pike aren't good to eat. They're like, no, I just eat walleye. I don't like eating pike. It's like, well, I'm willing to wager that if you were blindfolded, you probably couldn't tell the difference. I don't think I could tell the difference. Maybe a slight consistency change, but if northern pike are caught out of nice cold water and they're prepared properly, it is amazing table fare, and they can sometimes be a lot easier to catch than walleye. So today, we're casting a swim bait. We might catch some walleye. We got a heavy fluoro leader here. This is a 3.5 inch swim bait made myself with my Do It molds. 5/8 ounce jig. We're using an 8-foot swim bait rod. This is a G Loomis IMX Pro. I don't even know what this reel is. This is a Revo with 40-pound braid. That's pretty much it for gear talk. We're using heavier fluoro, so there's a chance we get bit off by pike, but I kind of want to have a chance to maybe catch some walleye today since it is the last day of walleye season. But the goal is to catch an eater-sized pike, and I'm going to show you guys how to clean them, because at some of the lodges I've worked at, that's mainly what we ate was pike and not walleye, and people love it. So I want to share with you guys a little bit of how to catch them, but more importantly, how to clean them and some ways that I like to cook them. So we're pretty shallow here. We're in like 5 feet of water, 6 feet of water. So I'm kind of just swimming it halfway up the water column. Might bump it off the bottom. I was getting quite a bit of weeds when I was hitting off the bottom, but right now we're just searching. This is a big mud flat at the mouth of a spawning bay, and I think the fish are gonna kind of be trafficking through. Oh, here we go. First bite on the swim bait. Oh, and it is a beautiful northern pike. And it's gone. Well, the pike are in the bays. Let it be known. Oh, right out in the middle. Feeling pikey. Another little guy. Hey! Not even bringing that one up to the camera for you guys, but that is 2 fish and 2 casts. This is my search bait. This is what I'm starting with. And this is a little 3-inch, beautiful, delectable Siemens Jay's Jig Special. Oh, that's a little better. We might be switching over to full pike here shortly. A little bit bigger. Don't want to put too much weight on it because, as I mentioned, I don't have a leader on this, just like 30-pound fluoro. But that is our first real pike. Sorry guys, my camera died there, but we got our first northern pike. This is perfect eating size, probably like a 22 incher. We're bringing this guy back with us. 27 1/4. All right guys, just so you know, you cannot keep pike in this zone over 75 centimeters, which is like 29.5 inches. That fish was like 27, so perfect eater. So the thing about pike, more than a lot of other species, is often you're doing some fan casting, which is just casting these big areas. It's not, you know, when they're on weed beds, they definitely can relate to very specific edges or spots. But sometimes early in the year, it's warm water, it's these muddy bays, and they can be kind of anywhere within this huge flat. So you're just covering water essentially. You're trying to pick it apart and, you know, cut it into pieces and try to hit as many angles as possible and different pieces. So, you know, I'm casting off the nose here, I'm casting to the right towards shore. There definitely can be pockets holding more fish, but overall you're just trying to, you know, cover that water. Oh, just got crushed. Just gonna slow it down a bit. So often pike will still follow, so I took my foot off the pedal. I'm just gonna give it lots of pauses, and oh, I saw him there. Got him. Maybe that's why I missed him the first time. Wow, why are we catching so many small pike? My buddy John Hoyer says pike are -1 point. So I'm minus quite a few right now. Come on, another? What is this? This nursery? Well, we've hammered a lot of little ones. We do have one perfect eater. So I know the focus of this is catch, clean, cook pike, because I think that's something everyone should learn how to do. But we did just have a big pike follow, so I think I'm gonna try something bigger, something with a little more oomph. Well guys, you've probably heard me talk about Headbanger, Swedish lure company that I've been doing a bunch of work with over the last couple of years, helping shoot some of their promo stuff. And they got a new bait. Which one do we want? We want Fire Tiger, look at that. This is called the Firetail. Really cool bait. I think it's the perfect size for what we're doing here. So it's got this cool little harness here. This is gonna screw into the nose. All right, then we're gonna pin these hooks back inside here. There you go. I am using the bigger size harness and the smaller size bait. Let's see how that looks in the water. Unreal. Unreal. I'll overlay some underwater footage of this. All right, we've caught lunch. We're now looking to upgrade. We're using the Firetail. And we may catch the first pike in North America on it if we're lucky. It's new. I think it's coming out start of May. Probably could have picked a slightly heavier rod for this, but I think it's gonna work pretty good. Oh, oh, that's better. That's better. Oh, he's swimming towards me. I can barely keep up to him. He's still swimming towards me. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That's more like it. Yes! This is my first pike on the Firetail, and it's a good one. I'm gonna net him. Come on, baby. That's what we're talking about, right there. On the Fire Tiger Firetail. And we got a beautiful, fat, ice out pike. I got my pliers right here. That'll be easy to pop. All right, that fish is going right back. Look how fat that fish is. Oh, so good. All right, so as you saw me put together the harness before, these hooks can actually break away from the entire rig, and that's what makes it pretty neat. And that was my first pike on the Firetail. There we go. Look how that rig just breaks away. And look at that lump on his stomach. That's not healthy. There's no way that's, look how square that is. Wow. I think what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of the time when pike are in the shallow bays, they're actually metabolizing after eating out deeper. That's why sometimes you see, you know, tails sticking out of their mouths. You see like a burbot tail or a cisco tail. They're not finding that bait in the back of the, oh. Oh. Nice fish. They're not finding that bait in the back of the bay. They're going out deeper to feed for it. Wow, these fish are fat out here. Not that long, but definitely average size has gone up since I switched from this small swim bait. Another beautiful pike that fell victim to the new Firetail. So cool. I'm loving it. Oh, what do we got? He's swimming towards me. Oh, that's bigger than I thought. That's a nice pike. We'll bring him around this way. Wow, they're all fat. Another nice Northwest Ontario jackfish, sluice snake, pike. She's gone. I'd rather let go of her than rip off her gills trying to hold on. Guys, I gotta level with you. I've had some technical difficulties today. We had the mic die, and then I realized the mic was on my jacket for the other part of it, so I apologize if there were some issues. If you hear like really loud music and not much talking, it means that the audio is junk. There's some water on the lens there too. But we've caught some pike, and I apologize for the technical difficulties. I will do better, but we got like half an hour left. Maybe catch a couple more. And then we're going to the kitchen, Sam's kitchen. The bites have just been so good on this big bait, on the Firetail. Ooh. they're still biting. Man, I love how the hooks pull out of this bait. That's like a European thing. A lot of their soft plastics there have that sort of system. This pike is nasty. Look at this adipose fin. That is nasty. This pike has had a rough life. We're gonna get him back quick. All right, baby, be free. Ooh, ooh. That feels good. I was about to call last cast. Oh, come on, baby. Be the one. Not the one. That's okay though. We've had a fantastic afternoon of piking. I will give the Firetail my stamp of approval. A great day, a good sized pikes. Thank you guys for following along. Audio issues and all. Next time we will see you in the kitchen. Welcome back to the shop. Here's our pike, beautiful 27-incher. This is like perfect eating size. Yeah, I think a lot of people are intimidated by pike. There's really only one extra step for filleting them. It is taking out the Y bones, but we're gonna start by slitting them down the middle, and we're just slabbing them is I guess the term that I've heard before. I'll try to do my best to keep this accessible so you guys can see what's going on. I cut a lot of pike in my time guiding up north, but I don't claim to be any sort of expert. They do have an extra step. I'm gonna flip them here. We'll start this way. We are now gonna cut behind the gill plate, down till you hit that spine. Now we're gonna run along the spine all the way to the tail. Shout out to my grandpa, Abe Taves, for teaching me how to cut pike, how to cut walleye. I will never be as good as him, but I will keep trying. As you can see, you get a lot of meat off of a 27-inch pike. Look at that. That's just one half of it. Isn't that beautiful? All right, we're gonna flip it over here. Look what he has been eating. There's a minnow that looks like the tail of a Cisco maybe or something. Right now we're slitting down the other side. And I don't know, I think there will be one side when you cut fish that you will be better at. What I try to do now is not cut through the spine, because if you cut through the spine, it is tough to finish that fish off. All right, there's the other half. As you can see, I did medium. I'd give that a 6, 7 out of 10 maybe. You can see there's a little more meat maybe in the back I could have kept, but overall, pretty good. So a couple things that I'm gonna wanna trim. This belly meat I can trim around that fin. I mean, you could eat some of that belly meat if you want, but let's start by taking out the ribs. That is the edge of the ribs right there. That's the piece we're taking out. So we're trying to get the knife to go down and then to kind of scoop underneath it. You could just, because if you cut straight down, you're gonna lose all that meat underneath the rib. So we are gonna try, and less is more when you're doing this. So I'm trying to get underneath it, and then I'm just trying to run that knife right along this. And I know guys, there's lots of people much better at cutting fish than me. I know pike can be intimidating, and the best way to do it is just start doing it. So now I'm kind of curling my knife up and trying to get underneath the ribs. But you can see right there, I'm just getting underneath it. That's kind of where the ribs end. All right, the ribs are out. Now, as you can see, there's still a fin and some belly meat, so I'm just gonna cut that out. All right, we are so close to done, guys. This is the step that people have to learn. This is where it gets different from pike to walleye. So I'm gonna hold it close to the camera here. See those little white spots right there? That's part of the Y bone, and that is the part that is the toughest to take out. So the Y bones go down and then kind of hook underneath. So I'm gonna cut on this side of the Y bone. I'm gonna cut down till it hits it. Then I'm gonna cut against them, and then I'm gonna cut on this side of the Y bone, and I'm gonna cut down and then scoop underneath it. Kind of like the ribs. I'm starting at the top and I'm getting as close as I can to that Y bone, and I'm just running it down. And you can hear it, listen to this. You hear that? That's the knife hitting the edge of the Y bone. So I'm gonna keep running it down. The Y bones go until pretty close to the tail section right there. And this is where you're gonna lose meat. This is gonna get difficult. Now I'm gonna turn the knife and I'm gonna run my knife kind of flat along it. So right now I made a little opening. You can fold it open and you can see those Y bones. I can run my finger on them. So those are the Y bones that you're taking out. So this meat is all gonna get saved on top here. So now the next step is I'm going on the bottom edge of the Y bone there. I'm running down. All right, and now I'm gonna scoop underneath it, and I'm gonna connect to that other cut right there. So now I'm gonna scoop underneath, and I'm turning the knife up. See how I'm turning my wrist? And I'm kind of just helping it along and trying to save as much meat as possible. So it's okay if you cut all the way. So right now at this point, you can see that flap right there that I have. That is the Y bone. That's the part that scare people from eating pike, and it's really not that scary. So the other thing you can do right now, if you did a really good job of cutting it, you might be able to cut it out, or you can just cut down from the top where those two cuts connected, and now it will basically just pull out. Look at that. I might have to help it at the end there a little bit. Boom. So there you go. As you can see, just so you guys can see there, once it focuses, I kind of made a little flap on the top to get those bones out. Now it is boneless all the way through. The tail section, you might find a couple depending on how far you go, so you're gonna wanna play it safe and go pretty close to the tail, but there you have a boneless pike fillet. We are gonna skin it, and we are gonna cube it, because we are gonna make some sweet chili pike bites. One thing about pike meat is it's definitely a firmer meat, so it's better suited for a stir fry, if you're doing these little bites, that sort of thing. It just holds together a little bit better. I like to grab that skin and just hold that knife flat and just kind of wiggle the skin back and forth. There you go. I'm actually happy with I'm happy with how that turned out. As you can see, I left, you know, a little bit of meat on there, but pretty good overall. Once again, always just take that second to feel the meat, you know, make sure you didn't leave any bones, feel the edge of the ribs. Right down here near the anal fin, there's a little bit of tougher meat, so we're just gonna cut that out. And that's a good piece of meat. I don't think you ever need to keep a pike over, well, you can't even keep a pike over, I think it's 29.5 inches in Ontario, but really like a 25 to 27 inch pike is pretty perfect. All right, we're gonna cut this other one and we're gonna head to the kitchen. Not perfect, but boneless. So there we go. That one pike has given us a good bounty of meat. We're gonna wash it off, cube it up, and we'll meet you guys in the kitchen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sam's Kitchen. We're cooking the pike I caught. As you can see, we got a fair amount of meat. We are gonna cube it up. We're gonna deep fry it. We're gonna toss in some sweet chili sauce, and then are you adding a stir fry component to this, or?
A little bit, yeah.
Sam's adding some veggies, some greens. Originally, this is just gonna be sweet chili tossed pike, but Sam's kind of upping it a little bit. But anyways, first thing we're gonna do is cube up the pike, and we're gonna toss half of it in Catch and Cook Spicy for me, and half of it in Catch and Cook Original for Sam. That's the size I'm going for right there. Check it out, guys. That's like perfect size little cubes there. You know, we're only gonna do this in one coat. We're not gonna double coat it today, so it won't be quite as spicy. Obviously, if you want it spicier, you could double coat it, but we're gonna get these little chunks wet, roll them around in the spicy, and then we're gonna set them aside. All right, now we're doing some original.
You took way more time and care with your pieces. How come I don't get that?
Boom, spicy, not spicy. All right, we're doing the original first. Boom. Oh yeah. It cooks so fast. We just completely fogged the lens, and by we, I mean me. I love doing the toss in different sauces because I like the small chunks. They're like boneless wings. Look at that. Ooh, ooh, that's good. All right, we're gonna put this next batch in quickly. That's spicy. The spicy is ready. The nice thing about Catch and Cook, I know this sounds like a sales pitch, but it doesn't completely fall apart in the oil. Some stuff that's like bigger chunks will just completely disintegrate, which is, it's just part of it. But more of a flour base, which Catch and Cook is. Keep your oil fresh a little bit longer. All right, let's go inside. We're starting with the original. We're gonna dump the fish in. The pan will have a little heat. Typically, you know, you would toss it in probably the same pan that you cook the fish in if you're doing a shore lunch type thing. So I'm just gonna wait till the pan's a little bit hotter. We're gonna add some sweet Thai chili sauce. That's what's gonna make our sweet Thai chili pike bites. Is that too much?
That's way too much.
Saucy.
I should have done this.
No, we're doing the flip.
Okay, do you know what? I have just decided this is my fish, You film, I want to cook my own.
All right, you cook your own fish. You're just, okay, you're not doing, no style points for you.
No, I don't want style points. I want a light dosing of sweet chili.
I want mine just covered in sauce.
I believe that, and I understand. No, I don't understand, but I believe it. Look it, now it's heating up, and I'm just about done here.
All right, we added some more sweet chili sauce. We're not gonna dump all this fish in, that would just, I'm not gonna eat all this. We'll eat maybe half. Now it's all, oh, this isn't tossing at all. There's supposed to be this epic like fish flipping in the air, but it ain't happening. I blame this on the sweet chili sauce. We just gotta do the manual stir. All right, I think we'll just put this right onto my dish. Do you want to, this is you're doing all this other stuff. Let's get the real chef to talk about this. All right, let's see the presentation.
So, what I was going to do, in here I put some broccoli,
Yep.
yellow pepper, and pineapple, just like that. Then we take our farke crunchy noodles, and then I have a little bit of carrots with a tiny smidgen of lemon juice.
Nice.
A piece de resistance, some ketchup cook. Pike.
Ooh, that looks good, Sam. Wow, we're actually gonna take a photo of this. This is good. Good job.
Thank you. And then the only difference for Jay's fish was that there will be rice underneath and the spicy fish.
All right, the taste test. Is that good? I put mine on rice. Sam's on the crunchy noodles. This is good. I will take credit for the pike. Sam can take the credit for everything else. We are going to say grace and dig into some delicious ice out pike. Thank you guys for following along. Don't be intimidated by pike. They're not that tough to clean, and they taste so good, and they get overlooked by so many people. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to wear your life jacket, and
Where are we at now?
I don't know.
Pick up your trash?
Pick up your trash. See you guys.